Okay, first of all, I want to say thank you for everyone who's came today. They came in very early and carried tables, sorted out food. Special thank you for Danny for doing all the sandwiches. Thank you very much. And I know, Daniel, it's not easy for you sometimes because you've had a hyper day. Yeah. Yeah, so anything Daniel said in it today, ignore, just a nice text, keep on in your heart. That's all right.
Thanks.
We all work on it. So I'd like to say also thank you to my co-presenter, Juliana. She's been brilliant this year for Your Voice Matters, especially because she's been introducing me to so many different guests. And we have a couple of the guests that on the Your Voice Matters show who are now actually going to be presenting their own show, which is absolutely brilliant, and I'm really pleased. And they're going to come and do performances. And one of them said, if you'd have told me, I would have done my whole show. But we're going to get a taster, and then you have to listen to their shows, just like you have to listen to Your Voice Matters. So thank you also to Lisa for running the poetry group. That's been absolutely brilliant, so thank you. I know it's not easy, that Monday morning especially. And also for my all the presenters that are here today that have been really new presenters. Well done, Christian, as our latest one. He started his show also with Terry and Jeff are new. So brilliant. So I'm not going to whitter on anymore, but I just want to say thank you. So I'm going to introduce Juliana, and Juliana does something very special. She does this on our show too, although I made her shorten it down.
But actually this one is a piece of creative writing, it's not a life vignette, which is what I normally do.
And as I was saying from Juliana, her vignettes, if you ever listen to the show, I like living history, they're amazing, and it really gives you a visual journey of that particular era, and there's many different eras.
What do you mean, that particular era?
There's many, let me finish. There's many different eras that we've gone through, from young to now, even like the other day and stuff like that. Anyway, Juliana,
Right, this is entitled Bozo, and it's inspired by the big issue and the homeless people in Brighton. Well, I don't know if they're only in Brighton, I think, no, they're everywhere. What am I talking about? Yes. So, Pete Maguire from Dublin sat with his beloved Bozo, his loyal best friend, on the pavement outside Bewley's Tea Room in the heart of Dublin, the city of James Joyce. Bozo was a brown and beige basset hound with a long tongue. He loved to lick the hand of every passerby who patted his head. His brown, silky, floppy ears almost touched the ground, as did his sausage-esque underbelly. He would silently plead to the punters with his expressive eyes to buy a copy of The Big Issue. Woof, woof, he would utter. The punters would stare, mesmerised, and automatically buy. Bozo had spoken to them, throwing back his head with his long, cascading ears. They must obey the master. Pete, thus, would make a £1.50 profit on each magazine sold for £3. He would chant like a Buddhist the words, "Big issue, buy, buy, buy," over and over again, until it became a mantra. Bozo would accompany his master, giving a throaty, audible, lingering growl. The Big Issue was a cultured, thought-provoking magazine. Pete was proud that the Christmas edition featured himself and Bozo wearing reindeer antlers and a bright red festive tartan scarf on the cover. Inside was an article with photos of Big Issue sellers all over England with their beloved loyal dogs. People loved Bozo, probably more than poor homeless Pete. They gave willingly with the spirit of Christmas in their hearts. Pete was sad when he thought of Christmas and Boxing Day with Bewley's closed. People with their families would be sitting down to a roast turkey with all the trimmings, while he and Bozo went without. No family to speak of. He had quarrelled with his successful father, run away when he was 15, and ended up on the streets, succumbing to drugs and worse. Only memories of childhood, turkey dinners, and the warmth of a real loving home when his mother was alive, all gone. He and Bozo only had each other, hoping that some kind soul would remember them and bring scraps from their dinner table the next day. Bozo dolefully looked his master in the eye, growling, "Bow wow," and Pete was sure he heard him say, "Don't worry, master, the queen of the bitches will provide." Thank you. That's it.
Excuse me.